In the beginning, 500 million years ago, there was no light on this earth. There was no photosynthesis. Answer na photosynthesis eba, ewiani pieba. That is what is coded in the Bible as the begotten Son. It's not about human, it's about the Son, the light. And he gave his begotten Son so that everybody will have life. There was nothing. There was darkness. It is called a supernova. This is scientific fact. It's there. NASA, all of them, they know. It was a big explosion, asteroid that hit the Earth. And a light, a tall assassin. So, after millions of years, things started sprouting. So many things, amoeba turning into this, bacteria turning into that, turning into that.
You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the greatest, the mightiest, and the tallest African spiritual platform. I'm always Queen Hadasha. Call me Empress Makida. Call me Labraska, the Sun Goddess. I am the Spear of Destiny. I am the true bloodline. Call me the Woman of Peace. Nabole Gaia. Call me Jezebel. Anything you want. Mami Grace Deduyako. I welcome you, my people, to another great episode. This is from you, my people. You say, now go and bring him, go and bring him. So me, you see the platform I'm sharing with you. So anything you say, Pam, then I am there. So today we are going to discuss a great topic. The other day I told you people that a spiritual person and if we are done, not as a person, we need to check up, because when you are spiritual, your body signifies at the corner. I say, Papa, everything will tell about your feet and the way you look like, your wrinkles, your stomach, your will tell. So today we are going to discuss spirituality is nutrition. How good is this? Spiritual person, maybe who asked me? Anyway, let's welcome our guest for today. This is a special edition for my people. They brought him on the platform, Congo Wattu. Is that the name?
Yes.
Okay. I welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you.
Today is your first time on this greatest platform. So please pay obeisance to the followers, greet them, and introduce yourself to us. After that, if there are any loved ones you want to send love to, it's also allowed.
Okay, thank you.
Come on.
All right, my name is Congo Wattu, as popularly known. Original name by parents is Solomon Kwabena Buedi. I'm from Kwewu. I was born in Accra. And I'm a holistic light treatment therapist. The first African to have holistic light treatment therapy. I am a chef. I am Ifa priest, a Babalao. First Ghanaian to have Ifa in Nigeria. I have done so many things. I am everything when it comes to nutrition. There is no sickness in this world that I could not cure unless you are dead. I have worked with so many prominent men and Hollywood stars for the past 26 years. And so today I am here to come and educate the public about nutrition and spirituality. And so I urge everyone to pay attention. This is free. Just pay attention. And I also say one big love to all my fans. I call them sultans because they use salt a lot to do everything. And I was the first person to talk about salt and to use salt to reverse stroke, diabetes, hypertension in Ghana here. Everything that the medical institution says, I do opposite. And so I wasn't popular until recently I became popular when the truth started coming out. So thank you very much, Mami Grace, for welcoming Congo Wattu.
Okay, we welcome you to the platform.
Thank you.
Abusia, your guest in here, this is your show. And the one I'm more than a buy and maybe sir coherence as usual. My mouth can run like water tap with questions. It's in my head, so I ask. Okay, so let me start from this way. You said in your intro that you are the first person to have Ifa.
Yeah, Ifa.
Ifa in Nigeria, a first Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And then you also said that you are the first African to have holistic light treatment
yes.
in Africa. The entire Africa or in
the
Ghana?
Whole world.
How do you know?
The whole world.
How do you know?
Yeah, because we have a website. The whole world, all the doctors, we have a website. It's called PHI Essences. And so when you go there, phiessences.com, you will see the whole world, all the doctors from Canada, Switzerland, Holland, Japan, France, and then you see my name also there.
Okay, then we see your name also there.
So
tell us, when people say we are going, like what is in this? Ebimoko for 3 days. They place them there, they will make the way, saying they sleep in a particular room for days and What is the essence of Ifa, since you have knowledge about it?
Okay, me that say. Ifa is about the light. Ifa is about the sun. That's the true meaning of Ifa. You see, 7,000 years ago, before that, man and woman, we were the original gods on earth. We were connected to nature. The word nature, no, every ancient Kemet language, NTR. It's NTR. It means Neteru. And Neteru is not spirituality, what we have now coined. There was no word like that. It was about connecting to nature, being one with nature. Oko Rwanda, they have that same word, NTR. It means lion, to be a lion, to be a conquering lion. Because the lion, the symbol of royalty and authority. So come back to Ifa thing. Oko Ifa, nia epie wo mu ano no eye niema mienu, light and darkness. Say ye to chain no a ye wo chain na ye to. In Nigeria, Yoruba omo frɛ no opele, oba Volta regional omo frɛ no agumaga. Saa chain no eye niema mienu pɛ na e show. Either say be butu ho and say be dane. Darkness and light. Inti say ye check it na esum edosun wo mu a darkness no ebe more. Eno mo frɛ no yeku. Ana yeku meji ebe more. Na say light no edosun so a obo say ebe ba no one e che say gbe. Gbe is light. Simple. Life is about light and darkness. And this must be balanced. So darkness overcome light now, then you have issues, or we have issues. In the priest now the remedies. Into bisa remedies now a pie aba say eduane way or say we JD for 17 days. To reset your system, to discipline, so that your system can let go of certain vibration, low vibration. And most of the food, in the the 10 crops, I'm afraid the 10 crops, maybe if we the word, I've lost my ever language, but 10 crops, broadie kaun, banchi, ebro beans ne saa nneɛma no those 10 crops no ɛno na yɛde yi musuo bisa say aden na yɛde saa 10 crops no eyi musuo because those crops no they are lower vibration food. In ancient China no it was the same almost frɛ no I Ching who study I Ching are the same thing almost frɛ no the 9 demons saa Indiana no e create mmoawa inokomwa ne saa nneɛma no wɔ nipadua mu. A low vibration food. Eduane bia e wo fom. Inti yebe chiwu se aduane no. But the no credit na nka o say priest no. Ana say twagbe no omutumi kan no say jaidi kra. O jaidi kra be boa wo. Be sign say sika wom, you know, akwa a business nti no. Yes, jaidi 17 days pe. Into 17 days no. Na o start say wo di sa niam na. Then you go back again because your problem is going to come. You'll be having arthritis or diabetes or hypertension and all those things. Or down that also diabetes and all those things. You know? So you go back again, you ring. My problem nasa or say brebium. Nasa be yimusubium. Na to aponchi, na to say na eja omo sometimes aponchi grab when ma obi ndi. Omo no be di, omo nyam proteins. We are eja okwan akọ. I have a Togbi who told me secretly, he said, my brother, the whole thing is about food. It's about discipline. But if I tell the people, they will not do it. That is why we tell them that they should do this and do that, this rituals and this and that. Me, makomwa, I have done initiation bia, makoma initiation. Say religions, what we are seeing now, major religions have been into it. Nina is about nutrition. I've been into our recreational movement. It's called society. It's about nutrition.
That is your topic, so yeah. we will get into it.
Yes.
Right now, I want to get something straight from you before we pick up the topic. So the nutrition, spirituality is nutrition is your topic. So we are not going to branch. Now, when you were talking, no say, omo di ahomano to wa ekaniyama mienu, either darkness or light. If it's not balanced, that is when they put you through that rituals to make sure say esumini haini na aye balanced. Is that correct?
Yes.
So omo to ahomana. Ehin fa ne ehin fa na light wo ene ehin fa na darkness wo e wo nipa ni mu a ahoma no betimi aka. You get it?
Okay. Onipa da seni no ye frɛ bi quantum biofeedback. Onipedua no no kura nyina wo hwehwɛ nyina wo onipedua ni mu. Nipedua ne onim no kura no yen ya adwene no the left brain ena ye free say we na ye but ye nipedua ne nim no kure nti ye be check ya obo say omoso we nim no a chain mu a priest no or the born akuma as or the born ha adenti aha ye tinum no the pineal gland is the seat of the light oho ena kanea no wo ena wakuma mu so is magnetism. This is electricity, this is magnetism. Into no the tareha, no the atareha, we are no Wattu. No credit in abededi.
How does that work? This is me.
Yeah.
And I'm about for a fan. Into who the ball wo maso.
Yeah.
Now the ball wakoma so now the two na me light, me darkness, eba bontia. Tell us how the connection is, like how it works. Because
Oyusu Udin, we are all connected. Sebe, what a way. Me to me ebisa wo asem using my own body. All I need is to use your name, Maame Grace, or your real name, because we are all connected. Into that is the explanation. Into no se wo koye no waka se gu sika no so. Sika no waka se gu so. Or the nyina afra. In order bisa asem no.
So that is what will bring out the information,
it will bring
the light
information.
and the darkness.
Yes.
But tell us, human body, now you're dating what has light and darkness got to do with it? And he found as a light, a cotton more, a bit me disturb you. And he found as a darkness, more, a bit disturb your body.
We are electrical beings. In the beginning, 500 million years ago, there was no light on this earth. There was no photosynthesis. Answer na photosynthesis by Ewiani Pieba. That is what is coded in the Bible as the begotten Son. It's not about human. It's about the sun, the light. And he gave his begotten son, so that everybody will have life. There was nothing. There was darkness. It is called a supernova. This is scientific fact. It's there. NASA, all of them, they know. It was a big explosion, asteroid that hit the earth. And a light, a bit tall assassin. So, after millions of years, things started sprouting. So many things, amoeba turning into this, bacteria turning into that, turning into so we are electrical beings. Without the sun, without the light, we cannot function. Sabi studio animal, you do light is we can't do this program. But this is for the program. But we function through light and magnetism. Darkness, magnetism. Enye boni, esumu enye boni, light so enye boni. We need the two. As humans, we need the two to function proper. If you go to the hospital, they have this machine called the EKG machine, where they put you on the ICU unit. Bon say, ping, ping, na line back on. Yes, na back
vibrations and frequencies.
Sanet here, two lines, red and blue. The blue is magnetism, and then the red is electricity. The same thing inside us. So what they are doing is just to pick the same information from your body. Into the magnetism, that is all. All the two must function properly. We are electrical beings.
Yes. So which part of our body that needs more light, and which part would have issues when there is more darkness? Because it has to balance. Okay, how do we have to know, or which part do we have to see that a higher saying, we are balanced, you'll be okay? So tell us how the body functions with the light and the darkness.
Thank you. The whole body need light. The whole body need light. Even the darkness is a form of light, but it has its own degree. The same thing. Anajo, any area, the same thing. The difference is the degrees. It's like ice. Any ice and any issue, the same issue one better than ice. So the whole body from head to toe have what we call light receptors. Before you can digest food, you need light. Before you can produce as a human and make babies, you need light. Without light, humans will be infertile. So we need light all over. But the greatest place that we need a light to help the body to function is the brain. This is why when babies are born, their head is always warm than their lower part. This is the dome, or coded in the Bible as the kingdom. It's a dome, it's a dam. This is where the waters and electricity is functioning. And it's a dam no so tear. Body no ejuma. Hence, reason why a lot of people have stroke, weakness in their arms. So I say and to me way because dam no eswate. Akosombo no insuo na we. That's the dam, the dome, the kingdom. And so this place needs more electricity. That is why when we wake up in the morning, it is very important for us to sun gaze, to charge, to tell our brain, the clock within our brain, to turn on. This is called the circadian rhythm, to turn on the clocks.
We wake up with it, we sleep with it.
Right. So if we don't function properly. All the animals knows about this.
You are watching The Biggest. I've told you about vitamin D3 and K2. If you can't go in there in the morning, you supplement with it for your own good. It will bring your BPs and your down. Now, we are going to talk about spirituality is nutrition.
Right.
But we have varieties or multiples explanation when you say spirituality. When you say spirituality, some term it as abosomsom. When you say spirituality, some term it as nyamesum, obeko heaven. Some will term it as Islam. Obeko kabane way na I mean a bit me kase I just say ukwa sorry in the beginning of a spirituality. we have multiple understanding when they come to spirituality. You are coming to talk about spirituality being nutrition. But when you look at religious sects, like the Amabu Bobo Bosu and the way they project or talk about spirituality, some will say, I saw the devil, I saw Beelzebub, I saw angel, you know, varieties. I know you've heard a lot.
Yeah.
Pick 5 sects out of it and tell me how it marvels you when you hear them explain spirituality.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Good question. Now, let's talk about Islam. Allah in Arabic language is the light. Allah is the light. Allah. The same thing with our people in Ghana. La is the same thing. It is the fire, the light. The east, where you have to face. That face where the sun comes from. That is the right side of the brain. But the sheikhs, the imams, over thousands of years, they've lost what we call the esoteric meanings of all this. It has nothing to do with a physical structure. You are the masjid, you are the mosque. All the things that are written in the Quran is inside job, is happening inside you. You are not going to die and go somewhere and go and have 72 virgins. It is a code. 7 plus 2 is 9. That is the Holy Spirit. Kron, 9. That is why the talisman is 99. And when you put them together in numerology, you come and get 9. You get 18 and you get 9. So that is the Islamic part. Everything is inside job. The Kaaba is within you. It's up to you for you to do meditation and to rise the solar plexus so that you go and visit the Kaaba within you. Your pineal gland is the Kaaba. It's simple, esoteric. All the Muslims that they call me all the time, I am treating one of them. 32 years or something like that. He is suffering from diabetes, suffering from hypertension, suffering from ulcer and all those things. Just within 24 hours, me sending a package. The sugar number down. That is how, your team got the information that no, they have to bring me. It's simple like that. Because the light, which is the Allah, is gone down. And when the Allah goes down, you become dehydrated. Because it is the light that creates oxygen within you. It is the sunlight that creates oxygen within you. Just like you are saying, vitamin D. So if you cannot have the vitamin D, then you must have at least the supplemental one, which people don't also do that. The supplemental ones are about fish oils, we now say undi. So people become dehydrated. Because you see, we have separated the creation from the body. We have separated what we call God or the creator or whoever. We have separated it from the body. To me, solve a problem. We pay an say a soon. Say a baby, yeah. Na a be chronic for 3 years. Na to me and solve what I no pay an say a soon. Yare bie ni ho no mu a me ntumi solve. Asam no nyina na omode ko akom fie ana omode kwa malam ho so solve nyina no eye nutrition me maintenance kwa me physics chemistry biology in school maintenance de bia no me domu I meditate, I use the light, I gaze upon the light day and noon. Because all these things are written down by the Gnostics, the early Christians. They were practicing this, sun gazing. Yes, now you can one seven. It's about the sun. It's about the sun. And today, be no country and say, I am the light. I am the light. Or trom so I don't know a caniano. Caniano, if you say cania be a ye baby, a wo baby, canian one year viano. That is the sun. It is written in Psalms. For the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield. Oyewiano, which walks on the waters every morning. Coded Yesu onantie punso. It is the angle of light. It comes with all the spectrum. Turquoise, orange, magenta, green, whatever. All the colors are coming, visible. Gamma, beta, alpha, radio waves, microwaves. All these things are coming from the sun. But we are hiding from it. And then we are looking outside of ourselves for solution. Meanwhile, we are the very angels that we are looking for. Ain't you know, Islamic part in here. Yeba Kongo, yeba a tradition, unsuma. Sana meka no. It's all about trying to charge the sun within you. Everything about initiation. When you go for initiation, what happens? Obi enu oshen pabua during initiation. Identity is for grounding. It has nothing to do with soon be na then binti. And you're grounding, because when you ground yourself, you discharge all negative energies and inflammation into the earth, into a more clarity. And untina oko akomu all initiation, ifa afa obon say omo twa omo ntoma na enra na omo nansi fom. Eye obia said ye say obe ground. It has nothing to do with a particular sect. But oma yen in a way say ye de hu abata ho. Enti no hu say Congo Wattu nam fomu a na che say oye bibia wakwakoso free bibia awesome. No, whatever you see with me, it's all about health. Nothing again, it's just health. Me call 2022 ewola. Ebi mo friend Labadi during the Homawo. Na obi iwu. Diabetes na ekumu no. Me hu no am say diabetes. Just what da ho for months. Ontumi ndidi, ontumi num nsuo, ontumi nya hwe. Na me bra de me call ho. Nipa no so invite me no oye akonfo ni nyina wulomofo ni nyina mo peni odu omukase me friend agbanfo ache ono no training akonfo wa nyina na o frame you say me mbra na me behwe ade yi ma no me call ya na me say we enya bibia na me call back to fie na me call ye aduro na me de bre no eno ano the next time I call ho no mo no ye say o wa sorry kra o eden or call for stroll. I simple. Meanwhile, no, in what you twitwa.
What's it about? Trying the mboa for spirituality.
It has nothing to do with. It has nothing. In American setting about business.
Calling the water and everything.
Water. Okay. Say, oh yeah, a friend and say readings. Readings no to make sure I will say in suo. Chakras, especially two chakras now. Chakras need to make sure I will say, "O problem here in suo," but on to me in cancer further. Into the wono, we are priest no. Wono, so we share there. Now only my body, anatomy of the human body. When you readings on a pet, ube who say nipa no, or you're dehydrated. In so a short one in system no more, because we have over 30 billion cells within you. Until when you become dehydrated, nothing will work for you. I'm telling you. Until who say to me, interpret you almost say in so when they do with you. And I'm sure when they do with you, and I'm Maame water they do with you, until young command and Fanta, young command and Kosia, young command and double, young command and then. It has nothing to do with those things.
So, Maame water on Joshua?
Nothing.
Is he there anyways?
There is no such thing. What is there is the whales and the dolphins. The biggest mammals are the whales and the dolphins. They are our ancestors. The doggons knows about these things. These are the normals. They are there. There is no woman there who has a fish tail. This is illusion.
What about Beelzebub and
It's another word for thousands. When you go and read a Senate Gospel of Peace, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 4, it's about thousands. Anytime the rabbi is telling them something to do, or say, Mudi, Satan and Beelzebub will leave your body. Another word for thousands, Satan.
So cleansing.
There is no Satan anywhere. There is nothing. Once you are cleaning your body.
So those who are talking to them, what are they talking to?
Illusion, scam. I've been there. I've sat down with them. It's a scam. There is no such thing. I've been there. 2008, I was in Boligatanga in a village. I initiated. I've been there. Sebe edrora na nkasa krapo sebe kafra neba ena no so neba no oyare neba no krapo yare onya kio sebe ebi mu kra mba afira enso mo so mo wedro. We should wake up. Obi benin to me solve a problem parent or say sunsum no the sunsum abata
we di aduane na body na say you no be taking the time aye no or pentam ti sunsum. You are watching the biggest and the largest. Your topic is quite huge for me, but let me ask you one just last question, then we get into your topic.
Right.
There is something that I do for people. I would say it's a gift for me. When your heart is so bad, and they are going to even plant a pacemaker in your heart, I can solve it, and I do That's it wonderful. With salt to create electrolyte.
Boom. So
I use salt. So I have people that have been with me. I have been in this thing for a very long time, but I don't believe in I'm not against anybody, but I feel that all these symbols are for education, knowledge. And I feel God himself is knowledge. That's what I think.
Noxus.
So somebody told somebody that I let them put the salt under their tongue, and I tell them anytime you are drinking water, you just put like 2 or crystals under your tongue just to raise electrolytes in the heart. Okay. Now people are saying and BP, and I told them that BP saline is 9,000 milligrams of salt, double of it. When you go down, they use that. They would infuse that into your system to bring whatever situation it is down. Then they started talking. Now, I want you have addressed the Akonfos and the Islam and all that. I want you to address what people call chakras, because it's also connected with the light, the energy point and all that. So with your knowledge, you seeing spirituality as is nutrition, how do you combine the chakras with what they say it's chakras is spiritual? You will hear this every day. Chakras is spiritual. When you put what you know together with the chakras, we have yate Christopher ni we mudi na say chakras no so omo ka chakras no so no. What's your take on that?
Yo, na Maame, that was a paar questions. I love big questions like that. One, spirituality, modern spirituality na ye wo mu sese ya no. E scam. Bibia kwa your business. Anything that does not exist among the animals, na fire to ye unso na ye no. Ni nyina ye scam. Example, go to the lions and ask the lions, and lion me pacho o chakra we infa. Ni nyina no e scam. Aye business. The whole thing is about light, water, and magnetism, because in so before in so function, you need light to propel it. We are simple. A light na propel it into no akosombo na ewo ho no. Ye wo generators, what we call turbines, and when a turning so no answer na kanea ba. The same thing applies to our body. Into no chakra system no. If there is any like that, then let me explain how it is. Now, your root chakra, onaya asiye no, ohonomo, internal organs ni nyina na she onaya asiye, wakuma,
all the antennas,
bibia, meridian
all the
lines,
senses,
bibia she onaya asiye. Into no, over the years no, nyame hu ye no, a true experience no, na me hu say wonante foma, a build root chakra no.
No, atase no so not.
To me, no carbon was so there are 4 major elements: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. And unantifoma, you build up a lot of carbon, magnetism. First, now me year grounding, 3 years ago, now me halfway, So me fasting now, me lose weight drastically. Who me name say I cut down too much. Because my fast na long one. But me started grounding, Me ye fasting na unhu po say me ye
fasting.
fasting.
Absorb metals.
You don't even see. Me te ha me ndidi ye fita no pa, but unhu energy is still high. Grounding ti. Inti no asase na nkasa no ti sese na edua no root ti na asase no so wona ante so I build root chakra. You don't need to sit down and do this and do that and cross your leg and all those things. Just go in nature, go to the beach. There's so much electrons on the surface of the earth. This is free electrons. And it has a vibration or frequency of 7.83 hertz. The same thing with your heart. Boom, boom, 7.83 hertz. Sa na wa asase ne so. Enti se wo nante asase ne so a, asase ne wo mo aye one. Se be born in background po to me ka kire wo, to me yi kire wo. This is why in the ancient Native Americans no, se be ba omo to me hu ahead. Even America cry use omo during the Vietnam War. Omo de omo aso tare asase. No mo to me aye den at enemies na eba no. This is connection to the earth. So it builds that chakra system. And one root no so ebie usecral because u nante form na unya sebi fibroids. Never. Fibroid bad ben. Enya na nse na eba. When we started to be wearing shoes. We started say u nante form na inflammation in e feel womb it discharge into the earth. There's no way you're going to have fibroid. Oh, your Bema, unya prostate issue. When I hear, oh, when you are 40 plus,
as an African,
it's a lie. It's a scam. Ningina is scam. I'm almost getting to 50. Me nya share. Me jonso pepe. Me be me muye ding. Me brekra sometimes. I am strong.
You know, I don't know.
In American, it says, I'm alone now.
Why are you alone?
Because Ebusanfo no baby.
Okay, Matthias.
Auntie,
Men you now Brenna.
Oh, David.
Continue.
Root chakra no. Say a building.
It's all about food and the way you keep yourself.
Root chakra no is for survivor. It's for survivor. E ma okukuduro into unsuro she.
Because when the Kundalini lifts itself up, you can't vibrate at that point.
Sanet here. Into a kosro e bie omu nyina the solar, the heart chakra. E ma so much love, e ma ye calm. Sabi dey bia me say o dey hwe abodanfo, enye obodanfo or ototo niama o. Bodanfo ye calm. No nam.
It doesn't care.
It doesn't care. Very calm. And so this is the experience. And then the same root, opens your what? Your pineal gland. Emma or die fine. Me mama for you say, na me hand vibrate here, pump him say, yeah. Your right brain, which is responsible for wisdom, for art, for intuition, etc., for love, afi activate.
I align here, you are at peace.
That's it. Oda fine. This is simple. Into Maame Grace, ni awo ye no, and one and awo ye no. This is esoteric thing. Giving them the salt is esoteric. And one.
Papa, now, just last Sunday, I was treating an episode about how now this Zodiac sign thing is also breaking a lot of homes. You can't be together, and then a whole lot of things going on. So I was treating the calendar, where calendar came from, maybe like the reason they place it together, and how we Africans have got nothing to do with the calendar they use now, because entirely with us and all that. When you see spirituality in Ghana, touch base with the Zodiac sign thing, what you feel and think about. But when you look at the way the spirituality is rampant and it's all over, let's use media, on the media.
Yeah.
How do you feel? The way they portray the fear, how it looks very scary and all that. When you see it like that, how do you feel?
I feel very sad. And those who follows me knows for over 13 years I've been on them. But also o kan okure no a raw no sana onye popular tentem.
Oh, say no dey.
Onye popular tentem a chance enye na nsen show bi am here interview me a or me brad na channel no so anka Ghana phone him so obi sa hye hono a why videos bebre hundreds.
We were calling you, we were not getting through to you.
Yeah, na me Rwanda.
My office were calling you. So when my people started shouting, they putting pressure, then we passed through channel.
Na me Rwanda. Me who say woni obi kra my sister be Maame ya watch on natural obi say is he back in Ghana?
Yeah. It's not me, my office anyway.
Office anyway. Okay, it's all good. You know, I feel very sad. They be a say they should take fear. You know, they should take fear. Now say fear no, and we na yawo, and we na yawo, and then all these things, you know, does not bring progress to the human body. Sebi, ye ni musunsun nyama change Japanese for ni sa nyama no. They are progressing side by side with technology and with nutrition. Japan live 115 in Okinawa. 115 abrewa only made omo se omnyama omo babon tembe tai chi, how to bring energy into the body. We don't do nothing. Yes, sorry penny a blaming Crawford and a winner na astrology na then all these things. Share ye crap on you date of birth and fan check a shay.
Ye ni mu now one e kwatro.
What you say? Ye use date of birth. Through my relationships with the opposite partners, and I'm who BB, and then I'm saying I'm Kambo no say yes. We were lacking the light. We were lacking the light. No light, no love. And we are talking about the big L, L-O-V-E, not small love. When you have love and I have love together, and we are all in alignment, we can stay together. There is nothing like we fear, me fear, then, and all those things. Love, no, the ever back together. And we will all humble, you know, to the sun and to the earth. I love it when you are the goddess of the sun and all those things. Because I use the sun to do everything. I use the sun to activate the pineal gland, the soul, everything. Because we are light beings. I gaze upon the noon sun. Yes, I stand and look at the 12 o'clock sun. Whilst you were recording,
they will tell you when you confront it, you get cancer.
You know this. No, they don't want you to get your power now because you come from there. How can something that you are made of give you cancer? You are made of that thing. You are made of the light. It's a lie. Ningina has come. Intino, amun she ye youth na bani in bani titri. Ye use spirituality. Edi diomo. Now say, sister be me. You see how much over 10,000 Ghana cedis, all just because of somebody want to do reading. Nyama, then whole lot. Meanwhile, no na any yefunu kekene ha no. Me de ne to nchene no so no. Ne osa na ekọ. Obetro okra po ma me de to me page so. O say and now I can eat plenty oranges without any pain. Nchene keke ama ne osa ko. Enso akọ chin aduro so sa. It's about time our Ghanaians must wake up and embrace themselves that they are goddess. We are goddess. We are Burma. We are God. We should not just say it. We should act it. You know? And if you are God and goddess, where are you going? I don't know, baby. I don't know, nyame, spirit to be a baby. That spirit is not demanding baby. Why is it that they want to demand something before they help you? Obi also a no. Also or your ancestor no. Ohia shina pansa na waboa wo.
Na on to me nkwohwe shina
pansa. On to me nkwohwe. Even in the Bible it is written. Baby was Sam so say na say me hia imwa then say me ka me ku am. Because me na me bo am. E wo ho. Nti obeso o kire say ohia sa niema no. The sacrifices must happen within the body. All of that is your brain is where the iris is, where the ram is. So you have to sacrifice the ram there. You have to sacrifice. Everything is internal job. Your neck is Taurus. Your shoulder is Gemini. Everywhere must balance. Your genital, Scorpio. Your thighs, Sagittarius. Your knee, after Sagittarius, this Capricorn. And then Pisces, your feet. Into one share year, when I bet tata, I won't say no, not tata, say, not just say, so no. Potassium now too much inside you. So you need what? The salt. You need the maame, as we call it maame. You need the maame, the yemoja inside your body to flush out Oshun, because Oshun, that is the rivers. And then our foul.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. Abusia, we are going to talk about nutrition. Said the other day, I'm a doctor. I'm in school 3 years. I'm almost done about nutrition. One thing hurt me so much. And nothing I take is and I'm always a medical school because me realize it say menopause is not supposed to be painful. And two, obi bebre ahwe ne ba ni be na obehwe ni bi no na maame ne yare ana bi papa ne na wawu. So I decided to take a journey to find out what actually is killing us. I have told everybody to run away from sugar, white bread, and all those. We've been having discussion about it. But like I told you, when I'm done, we are going to approach the medical way, holistically. So I think he's coming to talk about a great topic. Spirituality is nutrition. Now, from your own understanding, tell us what spirituality is and tell us what nutrition is. I mean, define these two words. When you are done, then you put them together and treat as your topic. Okay,
thank you very much, Maame. And like I said, from your head to toe, we have the physical, we have what we call the emotional body, and we have the mental plane. Mental plane, as you see, your friend says spiritual realms, mental. When you check ancient Kemet, there was, a man called Hermes or Thoth, who wrote most of the books, especially the Egyptian Book of the Dead. He wrote everything back to back. And what he was using is what? The 7 principles, Hermetic principle. And the first principle is what? The universe is mental. All is mind. The principle of mentalism. The mental state must be very strong. When your mental state is very strong, you are automatically a spiritual person, powerful person. Onyare. Obia ntumi ntu wedro. Obia ntumi nya wo hwe. Disaster ni nyama ntumi mbeto. And I'm talking through experience. I've gone through so many things. Me too countries are you say I had ye fam nantia one shempa boy ye be che ye be ma konka or ma konya police yin crap me ba no odwane omo mama kwan soldiers for 2 a.m. omo che wa omo ba arrest, but they see me and then they give me way. When you are mentally strong and you are grounded, you are spiritual. And you're simple. You don't need to do anything extraordinary because your natural state is light and magnetism. So all you have to do is to connect back to the source, the battery, and charge your battery. And eat the right food. When you are there, you feel like you want to cleanse your system, do that. Have a salt flash. You can get salt and lemon and have a salt flash. Or go on coconut, which I started 26 years ago by putting people on coconut.
They are telling people when you do that, potassium is too much. There's too much potassium in it.
So you add salt to it. When I started 26 years ago, I was doing only coconut because I was with a group of people, vegans, who were against the use of salt. But me de kan me ma wa na maka cho se fa nkyene kan ho na balance potassium no nti na ma kube no so ni tumi tina mu eche e ma on fele cramps. That's it. We are 21 days obonwu se e be boa wo skin be sesa e be wenim be bia be shine fine wo be active o da ye nyina on tumi nkai nyina no be ka da ye vividly. Because lucid dreams, you have clarity. Because why? You are bringing back electrolytes in the brain. The coconut water is potassium. There's magnesium inside. There's calcium inside. So you just add the sodium and then you have complete electrolyte. And you can live on it. There is a man in India. He's lived on it for 20-something years now. He's now 60-something. So path ne dia wo bebre ne opesa ofa no afa. Wo hwe wo activity na wo hwe say obetumi afa sa kwan so a me oba na me initiate you into what we call this, hermetic principles now. Me show goal, then go now ope. Pe say sebe ube didi biom. Me wo kwan metumi de wafa undidi biom. Ewiare na be ye wodiane. Asase ne be ye wodiane. Ene nsuo. Eno that means you are not going to eat solid food. Ne niama wa che ne niama ne sa niama banku undi. Eno no wo ho. Eno is called living on light. Some call it living on prana. Some to call it breatharianism. And also wo ho. Maye bida. But na me hu say no adwuma no so. Or say
because you need energy.
In America no or say ni pe ba me nchen. Na me wo so ye. Because omo ye ni bebre no omo ntumi nwo.
Say lower ho no energy no.
Hormones no nyina wa kill bibia. Nti me say no or say me jai sa in some no. Na me dey me produce ema me say Maame so nya akwala na me Maame me jai. So 2019 I was on that path. And then 2022 ho no na me break here. Say na be ya me to me hide aboa nipa bebre. So I have a lot of protocols I'm in Crawford to according to wo nya opese wo ye because if you are say no esno bia ne path you say mbe shia wo beautiful soul like you who use salt, something that I am always talking about it. I even call my followers salt hands, because that's all we use. Now also we use wow, wonderful. Into a powerful, also you're beautiful. I can't be you. You can't be me.
Exactly.
You are unique. I am unique.
We all add up and make a
and
great.
We are all incomparable. But your mama can say, ye and free. Ya brabomu. Fear alone, it weakens our aura. Fear alone weakens our aura. Fear enye. Ye free bibiemu. Utine ya wo ya. Bisania onim nutrition on chere oni enti a uti ya wo ya. Oh, me tie am ya for 3 years nie intimate ase me call ya no ye say na obi na me enemy na me witches na me den.
Sometimes ukra ne melatonin no eni ho dopamine ewu.
Dopamine ewu.
Nti weni nje da. Untumi nda.
You are lacking light. Uti be ya wo ya. Untumi nda uti be ya wo ya. And so no so obi na ye o.
So how did spirituality become nutrition?
And na America no say about health message. We share indigenous people, Haja community, the Haja community, the Himba community, the Maasai community. What they kona kwasho omo says community say if they do anything extraordinary. Almost sorry okwa kopeni ni nunu anom ni nentwe nufo okwa kotwe nentwe nufo no anom. O sorry or the imwano call for grazing. Or sorry okwa kope honey. Pure one, from the beehives, and eat the comb. It's all about nutrition, and they are under the sun all the time. The sun alone lowers your glucose level. Glucose is the enemy within you. It will lower the glucose level, the extra glucose that is coming from the carbs, the high carbohydrate foods. So, all indigenous cultures, they don't practice nothing. It's all about their lifestyle. That's all. Their nutrients, the things that they eat, the milk they use, the roasted goat, the whatever is on the environment, I don't know who use it, and it makes them very, very powerful. If you go to the Alaska, the Inuit, I am from the Eskimos, the most healthiest tribe, no cancer, nothing. They don't practice nothing. It's about nutrition. But and I create another word, say this is called spirituality. And spirituality, intramural will say spirituality na ye practicing in no. Ne nyama na ye koye wo initiation in no. It's about diet o a diet asem. Girl be one day me share no Volta region. E wo me afa priest ho. Me ni so mo be share program yi. And a girl me share no ye actress. Na wa ba be any reading. And I afa kire and say mamu die ni bi esi jaso na ondi fruit to pay watermelons and this and that and that until why you worried because onye bi da onti ase so baba be da sa ade we so but esan say eye ade a me no ma ye for 2 decades plus ntino me ka kire and say mama worry na me kire no priest no kra point to me ayeden an dwudwa mu an kire no me na me kire no say eye for detoxification rashes building nyama wo ho ye hu say mwa bi wo ho so they want you to go on this the raw food and cleaning with system into what me here no for 30 days abeboa after that no afi na we ji sa noodles ni nyama no ni sa bread no gluey nyama no efro system no mu eno na me kire no so wow so eno no into ma 3 days na me wo ho no me na ne practice here so na be obenya confidence. And I was buying a lot of coconut, giving her some bananas and stuff like that. Wow. It's a nutritional thing. But they will never explain to you because or explaining in natural wa. Oh yesika. One far ponchina mba. Ne busuya ne yere no mu yetu. Nkwala ne dɔɔso. Omu nya aduane ndi. One far mo na mba, one far we ne bro no nya sa nyama na. Omu nya aduane ndi. So they have to capitalize on your ignorance. They know it's about nutrition. They know it's about personal lifestyle. Go and do this and everything will be okay. Maame water is about salt, sodium. Jemoja, that's what they call in Yoruba. It's about the sea. You connect it to the Bible. It's Mary. Italian language for the sea is Marie. Marie. That's why we have the word marine. Marinated. I will marinate in marine. Salt, they marinate in salt ni olives ni then marine
na yemaya no so no ya asase ya omoka no so ya po
no yemaya is the sea na oye we no ya ocean rivers no sweet waters aha ne ya no
ocean I know ocean yemaya is it not asase ya
there be yemaya eye ocean sorry my way eye epo no jamoja ana yemaya eye epo no that is the sodium what you say on paving ocean on a rivers no waterfalls and spring ocean aha into I no control ocean no control asase because it's a two worlds the land and then the sea is kind of what we call heavens so we are poso pa we hu asase e wo foam aha into yemoya no control the whole effect
okay
into in training short to mu pe obon say obe so daye wo de ya Ghana for mu ntan hwe obon say obe so daye na wakopi epo ho sometimes na say epo no person of foul ni niam won tie ase a warning about your salt intake once I see that in my dream pen then I know then I'll go and grab rock of salt benya de share me nu mpe so daye no will not repeat again into your soul okra no nipeduano de bia no or krewade but you are not paying attention.
That's because everything is something so no how would we know?
Yeah the baby akwa akoshe sunsum into no ohun say ye yi friend say e bia enam we bia say you need omega 3 into ye wa okra no your gut no krewo say you should eat e bia amane and say we unya hu ye no ano wo kwa akoye reading ignorant priest or pastor or somebody then telling you say sa daye na ohun ye na ye de amane kire wo no ye daye bone me papa ka baby and I was going through deficiencies because of my strict diet in the past me papa ji amane kire me instead of or say me hunu say about
sardines
it's about omega 3 no na me nam imam so na me nam ha na me frefre ha na ye reading mame omu nyina reading na omu ye mam nyina no so ye opposite of what the
it's
meaning is
to you
at the end of the day no me because to akoko kona ko say ko ja punching way of junction ko ja ne say my yes sacrifices nyina ensiaga until I inside me within me the voice say let go all these people and then focus and then I started to know about all these things. And I may apply on people. Once I start to apply, I got results. But then I had a baby. Simple. Because omega 3 helps with fertility.
Exactly.
Helps with fertility.
And then your eyes.
Your eyes, acuity. I'm heading to 50. I have no issues with the eye. Everything is perfect.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. They are saying our time is you. Yemfa nimbra life na watchro wo comment section ho no na ye de naba but mema we through advice akọ public no based on their mebekan. You know, people are going to places and they are telling them don't eat meat. I know meat is if it's homemade. I know it is everything proteins which we need in our system. I'm not saying everybody, but people are saying spirituality, you don't have to eat meat. You don't have to this. That is one. And two, people are also going vegetarian because I want to be spiritual. So be a vegetarian. They go there and then they have eyes problem because you lack omega-3 and I mean a lot of things is because of spirituality. Men do way men men say so I me person would advise no ebe that angle
that side, okay,
because so be a vegetarian na own the protein or no oni me ho and once we be unya protein we be lose lean muscle mass we lose muscle mass we be
of course,
and you know muscle so the unya na say it's everything you need in your life into no for advice no fa ha nyina na we are what the hospital so kakra aka ho all the sicknesses and our sickness be like I said me name is a gift. That's for heart issues there. That one I don't know where I got it from, but I think I'm so good raising electricity in the tachycardia and bradycardia and the ka there by the grace of God. But nya no ne ka a person would advise many medications a pie go on system no mu. I want to be a vegetarian. They say I should not eat meat because of spirituality. I should eat this. Advice I want for na boom. Now who say spirituality ni say be a Beelzebub ni Satan si baby. And also say Adrian Bonnie omudi the neatness for na boom na for advice na mom na
yo me da say we're born tougher. First of all, it's not true that it makes you enlightened. It is never true. That is why I'm saying you separate soon every hunam na you treating it different. That is where we get the problem. I have been there already. Me debate or all these things because yen starting veganism e Ghana. Yeah, na mokola na ye chere mokola ma so munja ina mowe ankosi aga I had my own share what you say yeah hospitalize me ye dem from ankosi me so I don't know say ye dem from ankosi me so because I was not having B12 in my system. I wasn't having enough iron because iron on a create oxygen and a carry oxygen and go brain. This is the fact. Now some people are able to survive on it. Why? Because they have a lot of money. To buy more multiple supplements and multivitamin and swallow and all those things. We are not here to make life difficult for people. Abodi na ma yensuo, wa ma ye fra, wa ma ye po. Bibia wom, wa kire say uhia we afa we na edi. Ebi wo no mo a, uhia 10 Ghana cedis and 20 Ghana cedis to have your daily B12. What also say me cover supplement I turn 500 Ghana cedis monthly. Me konya say asika no wan hin. Nti omo person omo cause that side no. They can go there if they have money. But it is never true say it makes you spiritual. It's never true. I am more spiritual or what we call mentally alert than even before. I can stay for 7 days without food and water. But if you try a vegan right now, because they have no what we call body fat, good fat. Their cholesterol, which they are against, is gone. Cholesterol, we have HDL and LDL. They don't have even good HDL. It's gone down. So, odi omusha dem sisi ya na ombewu. Omuskin no atwentwem, aya dry. Chese wa exercise, wa nya exercise a.
Sen ni na ya nerves no.
Nerves no. Wa nya exercise a on shine. Chese we hu so exercise na fifrate no. Ansa na obeshane. But the pada se
ni muscles.
Ye hu a. Oil wo mu a. Which is omega-3 in Yama woman. Naturally, no. Or say we den.
But we have plant-based omega-3s.
It is not bioavailable. Who study nutrition, no. It will be better.
Yeah.
And yet bioavailable. kakra bi na be we it will be absorbed into your system because you need that bacteria na to me break it down that cellulose fiber of all the seaweeds in this animal. Nti kakra bi na obenya. You see carrot kakra bi na obenya.
And the seedlings no
kakra bi na obenya. Di nam na o se wundi, o say e friend say o bury carrot. To say a rabbit, o bury carrot and when you are clear. Carrot has no retinol. It has what we call beta carotene. It's a precursor. Enti no unya carrot bebre to say bottle baako answer na wetumi anya wo acute. Yes. And obi antumi nwe saade no.
You can't.
Enti no ubon say o ya vegan. Enso o share glasses, o share lens. Ade na o share lens we are vegan. A complete package. Enti no asemo who share lens also we are healthy. Enso no made in kosia a reverse obi cataract. Made in kosia a reverse proteins. What you say 22 amino acids. Nina won kosia mu. You can find all the 22 inside carrot. You can find all the 22 inside cabbage. You can never find inside seaweed. The 22 are all inside eggs. Calling bibia wo mu. Enu an say what focus we need na be clear. Me dey clear crofo bebre omo glaucoma. It's simple. Enti no spirituality and this veganism and vegetarian say we be powerful, be spiritual and enlightened and now we are meditation na and na it's a lie. Let me tell you, you don't even have to meditate even every day. What is meditation? It's about calming your mind. It's about calming your mind.
Sending signals.
That's all. There's a time that those people that were brought to them, the Aryans, you know, almost violent in this animal. And you create all these things. They are popular in America. Krishna for America. Americans were on drugs in this animal. You know, yeah, more meditation and what I say now. Obama
have people out of their traumas.
Sanity. You know, yeah, we call it permission slips. It's good for them. No maintenance, no more discipline. Oh, no more calm down. But when you become a deity yourself, a god yourself, which I teach, you don't have to be worrying yourself. When I'm walking on the street, I'm walking on the sun, I am in meditation. I am in meditation. I am in the sun is in me. You don't have to sit down, pet. My mind is always calm. Me dream bonnet. Me DM and so me are powerful. I sleep better. I see things. Man can you maybe brave? I'm a bim. But me nye that you know ube share Congo ube say we are seeing nehu. Me one crop for me chiro my dear. Me can na bim on one personal life. Ain't you know, sa vegetarian and spirituality say we na ma unhu hwe no ayantro the Dalai Lamas Buddhist for penny what Tibet papa penny ni be yare pa na saying and who say no enquire there because no a vegetarian into hormone and adamfu bi etunufo say or ohia proteins and a Dalai Lamas start to say OD inam and a vegan for no start to say omo protest against him what Tibet ni dem or then traitor re aden na wo force nipa de sani eduane also odi thinking that when you don't eat meat now we are holier than somebody. Me this time no me argument o me say we are vegan now person debate me me ni unya debate yen share dem for 3 days to 7 days ni yen share ni survive
fasting.
Yes yen share ni survive ye wie so a ye be we obia ni frequency ye be fa pendulum ni ye we obia ni frequency ni ahwe obia ni heart chakra ni do ni compassion ni nyina na ye wo se na ye no with holistic light ni a check it bet me the body crap a check it wa say wo do ana ni ehwe me so me do me wo. Nobody can fool us anymore. Sa nonsense no ye ba betwa sa ndie because boys are dying. I have seen some boys that I grew up with them and because of veganism and vegetarian omo na ni nkokora me take when me hu omo say wow guy we no okoni Wa twentwem, wa ye dry say nchinam. Enchinam ekurase nchinam kpanla ayasa achi yanto nde ndo yanto nti yasa achi biom.
Na adungu angwana dudo na aye bare.
Sa na mo aye bare.
Agize kakonu.
Nipa ni shoulder, obema wo se wunya shoulder. Na oba de ni shoulder ato so.
Ordinity na beto so.
Ordinity ato so. Bibia mass no o kan no bone mass no ekọ.
Nti the body na is there.
Enam no aye fried fish.
They say polythene bag.
Only shoulder. Baby dey share nkwala ntare. Wa fon ama nti akwala 12 years ntare na omo hihye sesei. Omo share nkwala ntare because ye obi be fe no remodeling. Every 10 years bia no. Your body uses vitamin D to absorb calcium into your bones every 10 years. Now, ma watre. It's in nature. Lions, gorilla, obia. They have. Into who say be a lion way air shrink it. Obon say they be no every year and I say every 10 years. Lion or tre or your elephant or your kesiye in the ocean. The same thing. This is called remodeling. Pay vegan obon say every year no instead of also tre no shrink it. In Cranford say obabe ebe because Jamon ya bon the Jamon is shrinking.
Electrons
it's shrinking into who had my room I had my room I had room temples ni room
oh yes what an skeleton
a room na chese and so na sa
dry
but all for so say a dogma a religion ba mo nim into no all for so say obetumi survive me pen kwampa nti me hu pen na me too free mu intentem me yi free mu sorry
you're watching the biggest what we free ma say ye free me na free mu
party as nti me too young brothers na for wa person wura into we no mo no hu say body part no nyina no e wo ni odi wa adwene no e 60% saturated fat wo de se we hu aboa bi adwen a konakoto nantwie se omo yi na adwen no eye fat rade nti se when this rade no a adwen na be shrink. There is a book called The Shrinking Brain written by Professor Crawford. He's now 95 years. Ono no discover say nipa da se ni any omega 3 fatty acids from salmon, sardines and stuff like that, oysters now.
Oh, now sicknesses be cramp. Almost the sardines. You go sardines 21 days.
No sardines fasting.
Sardines 21 days. It's so beautiful.
But beautiful.
So beautiful.
Oh, me
so beautiful.
Maybe obi krato so a personality be ato so.
It's so beautiful.
Sardine kwa.
Sardine kwa 21.
Or comedy wa this sardine.
Or
intermittent. Or comedy wa this sardine.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. A be reversing type 2. A be reversing yeme be brave.
It takes away wrinkles and all that.
In America.
Very beautiful.
Enti no omega 3 no eno na ma ya adwene ne be ye kese. Na ye homo erectus. Omega 3 ne be ma ye homo sapien. This is fat, biological fat. Enti no so what's wundi and you have feelings for fish, you have feelings for animals and chicken or whatever, and so wundi a wasem wo and na obeya kwakura ntem wo na obe shrinking ntem wo na obe dan nchinam inframa obe bow ato atwene obe
dan obroni chinchin
wo say covid no eba ye no vegan fo mienu a menimu omo wuye e wo Ghana adenti when you don't eat animal protein. This is simple. When you don't eat animal protein, you don't have no fat, you are going to get attacked by any flu. Abuakra nim polar bears omunim into edu winter time omunim say flu beba. So they eat a lot of salmon. Polar bear eat a lot of salmon for protection. Now what does any who say dogma, ideology? You want to save the planet. Who told you that eating animal will destroy the planet? Let's talk about the way they raise animals in UK and other places now. It's bad. And I am not in support of that. Cage farming, where they put the cows inside cage and feed them soya and corn. And yeah, no,
bad.
And yeah,
no,
don't
get any protein in it. What say your time nako?
Yo, Mate.
Yeah, in that life. Maybe some question. I mean, be phone lines. Now, mutu mumbi some questions. Why? So, Papa, your social media handles and all that, you will come again. I know these people, they love you.
Yeah.
My people love you so much, and I know they will.
The internet will blow up this week or whatever.
Don't worry. So give us your social media handles, and they will vote for you to come for life.
Thank you. Thank you. All right then. So you can find me on Facebook. It's Kongo Wattu. Kongo is Kongo. Wattu is Wattu. So Wattu. Yes, I'm on fire. Wattu. That is Kongo Wattu. The same thing on TikTok. Kongo Wattu. The same on Instagram. Should I mention my number too?
No.
This is just okay. Social media.
So what? So
that's all.
So why Kongo Wattu? The time is gone. Just 1 second.
Yeah, Kongo Wattu. I got a name whilst I was in secondary school, because secondary school no ohona. Bibi be real me muama me pet niema na omo kire no. Intino I was like black sheep, you know. Niema omo kire nyina no.
You were a bad boy.
No, me bad. Me bad. Me I mean no.
You were rebellious.
I was rebellious. Into me go school, I mean fact textbook could be anko. I was reading The Science of Self-Realization, written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, a Krishna founder no. Into no na wo teenager o. Me a teenager person na. Me share ache. It's all na me nya sa name no Kongo Wattu.
Na me Kongo Wattu no hu wa hana.
Yeah.
I do anything for you people. You asked us to bring him. I have brought him. If you want him live, write it in the comment section, because I feel I didn't finish asking all my questions.
There's a lot.
Because the nutrition and so no one part intinanka more than eba ye baby son, those who have sickle cell and all that, how they should go about it. I am giving people how to deal with fibroids, the food you go with, and it's all about what you eat. If you go to hospital and they remove it 6 months, it will come back. So we are just teaching you nutrition and teaching you supplementation, because Africans don't know how to eat well and they don't supplement either. So we are trying to make you to understand, say, what you are, what you eat. I mean, eat your drugs. Don't let anyone prescribe your drugs for you. See, you be inviting a life now about, then we look at epilepsy, how we can correct them with this nutrition thing. Now you who say, enye bibia na bron some what times as why busy be near din some to so. Thank you so much for coming, Kongo Wattu. Thank you. I appreciate your knowledge.
Thank you.
Ebusia, thank you so much for watching your biggest and your largest. I vote life. What do you vote? Vote your life, and let's bring him. Shalom. Peace.